I am back. 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 I have retrieved strength. I had the gold teeth. I just forgot to give it to the man. Hmm. There we go. I wonder if you're good enough for me. Well, I've gotten the thing, so I'm happy. Oh, nine tails, huh? Well, I guess I can show you Noctali. Oh, actually, so I've been kind of thinking about this. I kind of want to explain my choices for my team. Now, I know, I've kind of done like some light, like telling you, like, oh, I picked this Pokemon because I need this for the team. But I never really got into full details about it. So, let me go through them. I chose Kiryu as a sort of opposite to Gale. Gale to me was not the easy. Gale to me felt like not the easy mode, I should say, but a kind of nice middle fit for the team, right? Like difficulty was set just about right for me. I felt like I could have gone difficulty a little bit harder for my second region, so which is why I personally chose the hardest starter, which was Kiryu. Now Kiryu could have also been nicknamed if it was a girl to Coco, as a reference to the VTuber Kiryu Coco. However, it was a man, it was male, so I decided why not just name it after the guy from Like a Dragon. So Kiryu, which also partially gets reference to Coco as well, because Boso, she's in Yakuza, but let's not worry about that. So Kiryu is on the team for that main reason, and boy has Kiryu like kind of lived up to the idea that oh well it's hard mode, but like I mean Kiryu's done busted shit, like essentially beat the final two Pokemon of Giovanni single handedly. Like I didn't expect that, but Kiryu has been good, and I do like Kiryu, and I don't think I would get rid of it, but you know Kiryu's been Kiryuing. Now next, the second Pokemon, Furiosa. I didn't actually. I knew I had to pair like the Pokemon that's super weak to rock type attacks to a fighting type for the first gym. And is the fastest. Primate is the fastest fighting type in the first two generations. And was I extremely lucky with how I got Furiosa. I did not expect Furiosa to be this good. With like its IVs where I caught it, it's like it was all extremely weird, but it was also good. Oop, I can see you're good. Let me see exactly how good you are. Furiosa using moves such as like basically being my fastest like close combat user. I think it's my fastest Pokemon ever for my teams. I gotta make sure though. Maybe Sigilif, maybe Sphinx the Sigilif might be faster, but I have to check myself. Sometimes it may miss moves like that, but you know, you take them or life level. But you know, if we CC, just hit it with a cross chop. How hard is it? Oh my gosh, I'm just hitting you with a CC, like an actual close combat. I'm not dealing with this right now. There we go. Oh, Charizard's on. Okay, but like the idea that I have to pair like the the fight the Pokemon super weak against rock types to a Pokemon like for the first gym at least was like you need to protect the idea of having a counter to them. really did help because not only did it make it seem like, oh hey, he's actually smart, he knows what he's doing, but you know, it's just kind of there. But like Furious doesn't really have a good like item. Like I kind of want to give it the black belt, but black belt's kind of weird. But Furious has been working her ass off, so that's nice for me at least. Next, the big another one is, oh, I guess I really bring up her nickname as well. Furious is just kind of the nickname I asked from a YouTube subscriber. The person deleted their not the channel, but the comment after, but it was really good. It gave me the idea of allowing Furiosa to truly like, oh, it's awesome. It's based off Mad Max and the girl from Mad Max, and I've never seen Mad Max, but apparently this guy might have been a Mad Max fan. So thanks, subscriber out there. Next, the next Pokemon I kind of want to talk about is Shmurda. Shmurda is also kind of the idea. Well, Shmurda was never actually supposed to be the Pokemon I have now. Shmurda is. Oh, how do I explain this? Shmurda wasn't supposed to be Vileplume. I was supposed to just use a water move glove. Shmurda was supposed to be a Blossom. If you see my PC, I have a Oddish. I've captured an Oddish, and it's just in my PC. I never really used that Oddish because I was too tired, and I did an entire episode. I was like, oh, I'm trying to find this Oddish, but it's taking too long, so I just quit. Yeah, that's what T's for. Which by any means isn't bad. I just, chose not to. It's kind of a choice I did, but that's like a me thing. But the thing for me with using the idea of Vileplume was because I heard well, I didn't really hear, I guess. But I do know that Oddish is moveset with I do know Oddish's moveset has the quiver dance, right? And I was recommended to me by one of my friends telling me about how Oddish is actually that bad. And I listened to them. I was like, okay, sure. However, Oddish itself, however, I could not obtain an Oddish. So I simply just said, screw it. I went with the simple, dumb Bellsprout that I had. Which, I mean, isn't bad by any means. I mean, the fact that I switched from Bellsprout to Vileplume does aid in some other things that I want to do. Like, one does help the idea of the poison typing that would also help me throughout the series. And Shmurda's nickname is based off of the YouTuber, I think most of you know him, Tyranitar who used the Shmurda in the Alpha Sapphire Extreme Randomizer, my favorite series from that creator. Just kind of as a homage to him, We all have our fan base, we all have our fans, and we all get inspiration from other YouTubers. Next, the big one, the good as gold, the not good as gold duck, the duck who clears the skies. Ooh, that's a good nickname for him. Outrage. I think I'll. Actually, I do need outrage for thing, but I don't need strike for at least right now. Considering CC. I don't know. Maybe 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 I will. Maybe I won't. I'll do it if I need it. Maybe I will, but I'm not sure yet. So the big one is the duck. Now I quite like Golduck. I've never actually used Golduck in my own playthroughs. However, Golduck's been kind of this Pokemon that you just like seen being used a lot. Like I heard a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, I used Golduck against the Elite Four in Johto, and it was like super easy with Ice Beam, Psychic, and like Surf." And I'm like, and I you take those, and you're like, okay, I can probably like I want to try using this thing. So I took the advice of it, and I took Pablo. However, I gotta say though, Pablo has unironically been like one of the like goats of the season, but like definitely like a lot better than what I expected him to be. Because I was just looking like a kind of a mid tier water type with like some psychic coverage. Man, it's like technically half a psychic type. But it's like so good at the idea of using psychic type moves. I just it just burns through everything. I'm like, what is this? It's even that bad. It's just like I didn't know that this. I didn't know you could be like this. With the paralysis, that's fine. And the name Pablo comes from the Backyardigans guy because I just thought, eh, it's fun. It's fun to give like I know he's a penguin. I know he's a penguin, but like he's blue. We got a yellow thing, got a little red thing, just like how Pablo has a. I think his bow tie is red. I don't remember, but like it kind of fits, right? Like I swear, doesn't it? Next, I guess we can come up with Next team member was Noctalia. I obtained. I've kind of wanted to always use an evolution, but like not in, like that way. Kind of need to use an evolution. When I mean I needed to use an evolution, I kind of mean like not like the Espeon or something. Because originally, if I did go with the idea of using Blossom instead of Vileplume, Noctali wouldn't be on this team. Noctali would have instead been Gengar. So, just would have been Gengar to enhance the idea of the poison typing. Seed Ball, you'd be kidding me, man. Help me for the poison typing. And for, help on other things Pokemon such as, what's the good one? Such as psychic types that ran through all of Gen 1. Using something like that would have quite helped me. The idea of a Gengar. But once I got Schmurda, I was like, oh, well, Nectali's like, the idea of using a green, like a Gengar was just, like, it doesn't make any sense logically. Like, there's no pure ghost types in Gen 1. And, like, you still use like Mischievous or taking, like, from Mischievous from another gen, but I could, like, try to find it and catch it in Gen 2 and then try to maybe bring Gen 1. I'm always doing this once, like, makes no sense. So I didn't fully go with that plan. Just started to go with, bring in an Eevee and just evolve an Umbreon, which does kind of overlap with the old Crocodile. But other than that, it was very good, very smart idea for me to use. And Noctali is given its nickname by its French name, because if you actually want to do some research about it, Noctali is the French name for Umbreon, which is how it got its name. I actually know this because of a French class to take back, because again, a Canadian, we have to learn French, like in schools. So I had to learn this. So I went to a French class, and I learned that yes, I had to speak in French about my favorite series. That was probably the most embarrassing thing that happened to me that day. Now, I think let's go a couple trainers. The final team member, Numa. I've actually used a Rhyperior once before, but that was in the Legends game. Rhyperior has always been kind of fun to use, like in my opinion. Very, very like bulky physically, but like also like he's the classic slow physical tank. Like others Earthquake will do okay, well, yeah, okay, never mind. It's earthquake disturbing. Never mind. But very much shows off its skills by using the moves that it has. Right, and it has a good coverage of moves with Mega Horn dealing with its own weaknesses and some coverage. Hammer Arm dealing with some weaknesses and coverage. And then we also have moves like its Earthquake and Rock Slide, which, again, same as previously with Susie, but you take what you can get, I guess. And I was actually debating on the idea if I really want to use a trade evolution with like a trade with item Pokemon. Because I was like, I didn't know how that would work fully with the the series. We're like, oh well, I just play PokeMMO, and it's like, well, would there be anybody who want to trade back with me? But then I learned while doing some training that you can just use the item like if you have a Pokemon that can trade with, I just use the item on the Pokemon. It basically is the same thing. So did that and got Numa. And Numa was actually a nickname based off of the idea of like the lightning rods, and also partially because of Numa from the Numa of lightning rods. So Numa was always kind of, you know, guilty pleasure, like, oh, it's a Pokemon, y'all want to use this one of the original series? Go and try it, I guess. And so I guess that's like kind of like my entire team. It's always fun to like see these. And I just kind of want to talk about them, so I just remember them, right? Because this series is gonna end soon. Yeah, the fact it's gonna, yeah, I know we're only like 31 episodes in, and like I can say that this series is gonna end soon. Holy wow! Yeah, just get a strength, I guess. But the team isn't bad. I like this team. I have like really like not planned on, but they're all really special. Each of them have their own little quirks, gimmicks, and like personalities that I made for them. They all have pretty good IVs. By the way, like I have to remind you, I did I got a perfect IV, perfect nature for at least what I was planning to do with Furiosa. That doesn't happen much. So with me at least, I'm not that lucky. Rumors are true. Max Revive. And I think I'll end the episode there. Sure, it could have been different, but you know, we'll see. I think I'll end the episode here. Next time on PokeMMO, continue to Victory Road and truly deal with the other teams. Well, the other trainers in Victory Road. And try to see if we can make it all the way to the end. I see you guys next time. Bye.